unqualified to serve, the Dundy County Sheriff remains on the job tonight, even after a panel of police found no reason to give Sheriff C.J. Smith a second chance.
We turn to our Bureau Chief Steve White, who joins us now live with more. Steve, you've learned he was elected even though he's not certified.
Yeah, that's right. Nebraska law gives a new sheriff 8 months to become certified if they were not previously. But the training center here in Grand Island found several red flags. C.J. Smith was given one last chance to give a good reason why he's not certified, a situation some say is tearing the community apart.
Where would you like it set?
The sheriff's department.
Okay.
He's the sheriff even though he's not qualified. Now Dundy County Sheriff Clinton C.J. Smith's job is on the line with a hearing to give a reason why he's not certified.
The key thing that caused him to miss completing his certification by September 5th was really failing that pred test.
The sheriff's a big guy and couldn't pass a fitness test, but the Police Standards Advisory Council learns it goes deeper.
One, a pattern of deliberate omissions, falsifications, or misrepresentations during the application process, including not including allegations of sexual harassment and separation from employment from previous law enforcement agencies. And number two, for not being a person who can be characterized as honest, truthful, and trustworthy.
As Smith applied for the training center, a background check turned up red flags.
He failed to disclose that he was terminated from his position with the Logan County Sheriff's Office in Colorado.
The staff at the training center says they gave Smith several chances to set things straight, but they denied his application in June. Dundy County officials turned to the law, which says an unqualified sheriff can't get paid, but apparently can stay on the job.
It leaves those involved in the dark, really, without any clear direction.
I move that Sheriff Smith has not demonstrated that there is good cause.
Smith's fate is now in the hands of the voters with a recall election. Should that effort fail, it's possible Smith could keep his title even though he can't carry out the duties.
And yet we have a sheriff then that's not receiving pay for his job, and yet he remains in office. It seems like a pretty awkward situation, and the incentives and motivation are really not in compliance with the public interest, I wouldn't think.
Going out now for that recall election done by mail. State Senator Teresa Ibaud tells me it is unfortunate lawmakers are looking at ways to possibly avoid this situation in the future. To be sure, it has cast a dark cloud over Dundy County. One county commissioner telling me they'll wait and see what happens at that recall, but he tells me they certainly do not like being in what he calls a gray area.
Steve White, live from our Grand Island newsroom. Steve, thank you for that report. There's another sheriff fighting for his job as Valley County Sheriff Casey Halbert faces a judge.
The State Patrol arrested Halbert last week on a felony insurance fraud charge. Court documents say a vehicle Halbert owned was in a wreck and was not fully insured. The sheriff is accused of changing dates after purchasing full coverage. The lawyers in the case are based in Lincoln, so today's hearing was held via Zoom, where the judge granted NTV permission to record the proceedings. Halbert gave up his right to a preliminary hearing where prosecutors would have to show probable cause a crime had been committed. The case now moves to district court, which is the trial court.